Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Chasing Optimum. I'm on my own today. And I'm going to talk about one of probably the best topics in the world. It's energy, but I am going to share with you where I'm up to more than anything with managing energy. It's been a lifelong journey for me. And I reckon there's a hack, which it's not my idea, it's Esther Hicks's teachings, which I've followed for a very long time, but I want to break something down for you because it's literally life-changing if you can learn how to do it. It's not easy to do. It's the 30-day rule. And when you start seeing things as energy and attraction and frequency, and sometimes people say, what's vibration and what's frequency and what's the difference? Well, there is no difference. It's all the same thing. But when you see it as an energy flow, you start to understand that you're in control of this. So the results that you're living right now are what you're creating. That's the great thing about it. And if you're in a bit of a weird spot or your results aren't really what you want them to be, and you look at it and you're like, I really like to double my results or get a new job or create more money or whatever it's going to be, then you've got the steering wheel. You're 100% responsible for what's happening in your life. And if you want to change it, it takes effort. It really does. It takes work, effort, consistency, focus, all of that stuff. But how do you do it? And that's what I want to talk about now. Because I want to, we talk about 2024, then we talk about 2025, and you want 2025 to be the best ever. But that starts now. I don't even know what the date is. I think it's like the 10th of December. Thanks, Jackson. I didn't know you knew the dates very well, but yes, that's great. Thank you very much. The 10th of December. The flow starts now. It doesn't start on the 10th of January or any of this. And how you live today really shouldn't be that much different than how you live the 3rd of January. And sometimes people just go, I'm going to wind down, which is fine. You don't have to work and things like that. I understand that. But I'm going to wind down. I'm going to have a blowout, party a bit, and do all of that. But what's the cost? What is the cost to that? I see each day so valuable now. Valuable. It's a valuable time slot. It's an opportunity for you to build the next step into the following day and the following day, like a staircase. So I want life to go upwards, and each day is like a step for that. So when you have a hangover, you lose a day. You lose tomorrow. You lose the next day potentially. Your electromagnetic field gets changed. Take drugs, it's even worse. It's longer. I'm not telling anyone to do anything, but I've learned a lot of lessons. And that's why I think I see it way differently now. What sort of life do you want? And then what are you going to do to get it? And the seesaw of up and down, up and down, up and down, not just with drink and drugs and things like this, but with moods. This is what I want to talk about today. Your energy flow and your mood. Because the 30-day rule can literally change your life. But it starts with a moment in time, like now. And let's say, I don't know what time it is now. It's like 8 in the morning, 7 in the morning. And the day starts and you've got to flow to it. So let's go to when you sleep, your energy stops. So your frequency stops and you have this rest period. And your body recovers, relaxes, disengages, and it just, whatever the day was before, it's a reset. And then when you wake up, you get this sort of, you click back in and then you get this sort of choice, how you're going to start the day. And I have a great saying, I don't know if it's a great saying, but I have a saying, there's as things start, things go. So you've got this moment in time when you wake up in the morning and you're in a bit of there's like this window where you get to decide how your energy is going to start. And that's created by your thought momentum. So if you start thinking about things that happened yesterday that weren't that great, all you're doing is bringing that and engaging it again into today. So the reset that you've gone through overnight, pretty much useless, with changing your energetic pathway, changing the momentum that you're going to have that day. So you can have the worst day yesterday and the best day today. But that is how you decide you want it to be. When you start thinking about someone that did something to you yesterday or something that didn't happen right or something that didn't work out, blah, 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 and you bring it into today and you start the day like that, off you go again. And your vibration, your mood is going to match that. And that's going to start sucking in. So it's going to start attracting all these things because you can only attract exactly what your vibrational set point is. And how you read that is your mood. Your mood is telling you what vibration you are. Your frequency is how you feel. Remember that. Your frequency is how you feel. And how you feel is from your thought. So what you're focusing on. So you're in full control. Once you accept this and you start to say, okay, well, if I'm in full control, what can I do with it? You know, how good can I make this life? So see it in these windows. A day, so important. How you spend today, so important because it sets you up potentially for tomorrow. But you get to the sleep, you reset, and then you learn to be a little bit better than yesterday, a little bit better than yesterday. The other thing is with frequency, nothing happens in big jumps. It's all small. So it's a small, better thought. It's a small, better feeling. You don't go from feeling angry to feeling excited. It's too far. The gap is too big, but you edge your way there over time. That's why every time you go into the ditch of feeling not so good, and I know I talk about hangovers a lot, but even like hangovers, and then you're in this ditch of like depression. Oh, why did I do that? Start beating yourself up a bit. You got to work your way out of that thing. It's hard work. You know, it's hard work. I don't even want to go there. So I won't do it to myself anymore because I want a great life. I want life to be phenomenal. And each day is, remember, a step to build your staircase to phenomenal. So when you wake up, you get a choice. How are you going to start the day off? And things can trigger you for sure, but we'll talk about that in a sec. But when you start, actually, let's go back a little bit. Sleep. You got to have a sleep plan. A sleep plan sets you up for the following day. Are you going to bed on time? Are you hydrating before you go to bed? Are you not eating after 6 o'clock? Are you definitely not touching alcohol before you go to bed? Do you have a nighttime routine that you love? Mine's sauna and things like this, hot therapy, cold therapy. Into bed, temperature controlled room, great bed, feels amazing, blah, blah, blah. Off you go to sleep. Wake up without an alarm clock. And now you have a choice. How are you going to get your thought momentum going? So what are you going to start to think about when you wake up? How good the day is. I just have a few minute thing where I just lay there and start and I say, I feel fantastic. Things are so good. You've got this little bit of a flow going on. Get out of bed, straight into a morning routine. Now, I see videos that say morning routines are rubbish. I don't think so. I think morning routines is how you actually create this energy bubble that protects you for the day, or at least gets you started. I used to have no morning routine. I didn't like life very much, not just because of the morning routine, but I was waking up anxious, running from the moment I got up, not really having any structure to things, not protecting myself, my thoughts, my emotions, nothing. I was just running into the day and, a bit all over the place. I didn't like it. Even though I was having reasonable results at work, I was feeling burnt out all the time. I was never feeling like I was getting in front of the energy that I had. I was sort of like a bit worn out, I guess you'd say. I'd like napping in the day and all these sorts of things. So your morning routine creates the energy bubble. We won't talk about the morning routine too much right now because I think everybody knows what that looks like. But do something that excites you. Do something that makes you feel like you've had a bit of a win, because that one feeling is going to set the tone for the day. That's why it's important. It doesn't have to be long. It doesn't have to be 50 things that you're doing, just one or two or whatever that looks like for you. Here's the thing though. That's fine in the morning when it's all quiet and you're feeling great, and then you get into the day. You want to hold this good mood as long as possible. You want to hold the mood. This is the whole thing of this podcast. You want to become an expert at holding a good mood, because your good mood is going to be your calling card for other good things to come in the day. Not easy. Try and do it for an hour, then to 2, then to 3, then half the day. Over time, you're going to get better at this. Things happen, just let it go. Don't get pulled into the washing machine of the anxiousness of stuff that's not working right. Your partner yells at you in the morning. Jackson, we've had a few of that, haven't we? Your partner yells at you in the morning. Just don't fight. Kids are screaming. Accept it. They just need you. Do your best to stay steady. Look at the good side of it. They're there. They're calling you. I know what it feels like to have a kid that's not there. They're there. They love you. They want you. They need you. All this sort of look at it, the better side of it. Not an easy thing to do. You'll get better at it. Then as you get into the day, this is why your energy bubble is so important. You've got a reference for the day. The energy bubble that you create in the morning, you take with you. And then you've got a reference for the day. You've got to not let things into your energy bubble. What you fill your energy bubble with, fantastic, awesome, amazing, brilliant, sunny, nice, happy things, whatever. Pump that bubble up as hard as you can, and then don't let things in there that don't belong in there that's going to pop your bubble. Your mood is going to stay the best it physically can through the day. This is your job. This is only one day so far. Like, this is as far as you can get in the day. Over time, you're going to become so sensitive to the mood that you have, because you're going to choose to operate in the zone, which is excitement, passion, eagerness, joy, appreciation, all of these things. These moods at the top is the zone. You want to operate there, because what happens when you see things as energy, when you're in the better feeling place of things, your energy flow has this momentum that gets real fast. The longer you stay in a particular mood, the more energy flow you've got with it. And once you get a real stream of energy flowing through the day that feels great because you've put yourself there, it doesn't just happen by accident, or it can, but you can do this yourself every day. You will become an unstoppable force of great result after great result after great result, after better relationship, after better connection, after better, more money coming after this. And things will just start to get better because of this one thing. One thing. You won't be gossiping over here. You won't be complaining about stuff over here. You won't be feeling anxious that things aren't there right now. You won't be comparing yourself too much to other people. That's not an easy thing to do. You just won't do that because it doesn't feel good. And then you'll spend your days just going, do I want to feel good or not feel good? Feel good or not feel good? It's a steering wheel. Do I want to turn left or do I want to turn right? The emotional vibrations that you have is your steering wheel. That's pretty much the only instruction manual we got for life. You can feel it. Does this feel good? Go that way. Does this not feel good? Go away from that. Don't go that way. Does this feel good? Go that way. This is how you want to spend your day. Something happens to you that doesn't work out, just let the thing go. It's not for me. I just have a saying. It's just not meant for me. It's just not meant for me. It is what it is. It's just not meant for me. I don't want to spend time there, because what happens is when you do, all of your energy starts to change. Esther Hicks has this rule, 16 seconds, you start a new vibrational momentum. 16 seconds, that's all you got to do. You got to hold a thought long enough for 16 seconds. I feel good, I feel good, I feel good, I feel great, I feel good, whatever it is, and then a new momentum will start. That applies to good feeling things and not good feeling things. That's why when you start to feel disappointed and something doesn't work out, and then you're ringing your friend about it, and then you're complaining about it, and you've got this loop going around in your head about, oh, why did they do that to me? I can't believe that. This is what it is. La, la, la. They're friggin' painful people, this and that. They should have done this. I did all this for. Now you're started on that path. Your energy flow has started on that path now. It's hard to get off. The more momentum your energy has, the harder it is to stop. And when that happens, you're feeling disappointed, you're complaining about it, you're ringing your friends, you're doing this, you've started down that path, now things are going to match it. Another thing's not going to work out, your tire's going to pop, you have a fight with your partner at home when you get, it's like one thing after another. You hear people say it, one thing after another. What have I done? Gee whiz, I must have done something in a past life. They say all these things. No, it's your energy momentum that you're created. And the funny thing about it is people can't even see it because you're thinking about it all the time. What you give thought to grows. What you give thought to creates an emotional reaction. And your emotional reaction gets momentum. And that sends out a message to the universe, and everything that matches it starts to come. So your job is to say, do I want to feel good or not feel good? Do I want to feel good, not feel good? And this is the purpose of this podcast. Practice it. Do it for 10 minutes. Try that. Do it for an hour. Do it for a day. Go to sleep and get up tomorrow and do it again. If you can learn to do this for 30 days, feel great for 30 days, you will become the most powerful force you've ever seen. Your life will change. Your results will change. You'll become so good at it, and you're not even looking for the results to come. You get so driven to feel good that you don't want to feel anything else. Now, when I feel something's happened and I feel a bit disappointed or whatever, I instantly say, nah, I'm not going down that path. And I look for something else that feels better. Anything. And if for some reason you're on a runaway train and things aren't going that good, and you've taken yourself to this place where, you've had an argument with someone and things are just gone and things feel so clunky, they're just not working out, just stop what you're doing. Go home, watch a movie, go to bed, and start, that's the beauty of sleep, start the next day again. And then wake up with total purpose and say to yourself, I'm going to change the flow that this thing yesterday, and I'm leaving it there. And so tomorrow I'm going to wake up and I'm going to feel fantastic. I'm going to go for a walk. I'm not even going to think about it. Once it comes into your mind, just get it out of your mind again. Focus on something else. Focus on something else. Focus on something else. And over time, it will just die. That thing will just disappear and it'll become nothing in your world. And you'll replace it with all of this stuff that feels so much better. Your results are a direct reflection of how you feel. Your emotions are a flow-on effect from your constant thought. And when you feel great, things go great. That's what happens. I'm on a mission now, not only to operate at my very, very best physically and create the most healthy version of myself, but also the most emotionally steady version of myself. This is a lifelong quest. It's amazing what happens when you I don't know about getting good at it, when you practice it. and you watch a little bit of something goes good and a little bit of something goes good, and you think to yourself, well, you can almost link it together. I was feeling great, not even worried about it, not even thinking about it. Boom, something comes into your world. And the people say out of the blue. It's not out of the blue. It's matching your vibration. This good thing happens, another good thing happens, and then you're on this flow, and then something comes along that doesn't really work out, and you're like, don't worry about it. I've got so much other good stuff going on. That's how you get over time. You don't want to worry. You don't want to feel anxious. You don't want to feel all of this sort of stuff. Last thing I want to share with you. This is a lot of Esther Hicks's teaching, so this is not mine. I just practice it, and I'm sharing it with you. The circumstance that you're living right now is old energy. So you are an energetic being. And what you're doing is throwing energy out all day, every day. So when you think about something and your emotions are whatever they are, like happy or not or whatever, you're throwing energy out. You're emitting this energy out from you constantly. You don't have any control over that. That's happening, whether it's good or bad or different, whatever it is. It's just happening. So when you start to see the result now is from the energy before, of what you were thinking and what you were feeling consistently before. And then boom, what's happening to you now is from then. So when you see that and you go, I just don't, I'm not happy with that. I don't like that result. It doesn't feel good. I'm bummed about it. Change it. You're throwing it forward, remember. So all you got to do is think about something that's a little bit better. Think about something that feels a little bit better. Have a little bit better energy forward. If you're angry about something, don't be. Just let it go. It is what it is. Keep it there. And then start to think to yourself, life's pretty good. Things feel all right. I feel okay. Things are just getting better and better for me. I'm on a good path. I like my job. I like where I live. Things are reasonably good. Today is sunny. I'm pumped about the opportunity that's coming. I love the gut health diet that I'm on. I've got some good friends. Things feel good. I'm pumped about what I can do. Things are just slowly getting better for me. I've got a little bit more money than last week. Things feel much better today than they did yesterday. I'm on a good path. Opportunities everywhere. That's all you need to do. Tell yourself a story of success. Tell yourself a story of things are getting slightly better. Focus on things that are a little bit better than they were before. It's new energy. You are creating the energy. You're creating the results in your life. You have the steering wheel. The old energy is old energy. Just don't bring it forward if you don't like it. And if you do like it, you milk that thing. You bring it forward. If things are going right, just keep thinking about it. I'm pumped. I'm pumped about what's happening in my life. I am so pumped. Got so excited I just smashed the microphone off. But things are so good. When things are going good, you keep talking about it. You keep thinking about it. You keep focused on that. Do not start to think about things that aren't going right. It will stop your energy flow. This is all about energy momentum. 30 days can change your life. One day can start you on another path. 1 week will get you going. 30 days will change it all around. If you want the best life possible, you've got to think and feel in the best way possible. If you're going to go through this holiday period and the hangovers and all this sort of stuff, you can do that. But remember, you've got to dig your way out of it again. You have to dig your way out of it again. I'm not prepared to compromise 1 minute of one day not feeling great because I know that's the key to the most successful life possible. I'm focused on this thing. I'm practicing this thing, and I'm going to create this outcome that I hopefully will be the best way I physically can. And I think that's how you create the most successful life you can.